All right, so as usual, we always go into our current, local, lately current events, different things going on that we see pop up. This week has kind of been a slow week, given that it was the holidays and everybody's occupied. But there was something that popped up that caught our attention. A few things. It started off with the young boy, Takashi, right?
Stupid.
Takashi got himself into a little bit of trouble with some indictment charges for racketeering and
got hit with the RICO.
That's what it was.
It's crazy. 17 counts.
That's what it was. 17 counts.
Yeah,
some federal indictments, right?
Yep.
Definitely deserved all of it. I'm gonna tell you why too.
Why is
But
that?
I don't know. What do you feel about that? You think he deserved what he got?
I don't know. I never really looked into the kid like that. I just feel like he's young.
You feel like he's young? How about you, Drew?
Well, I feel like that's what comes along with being a figurehead of a movement. Kind of like what happened with Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
Same
Right.
situation, you know what I'm saying? When you're the figurehead of a conglomerate, then you're going to be the first one they're going to take down.
Make an example.
You're just going to be the first, you're going to be the trigger point, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be the figurehead. So I can't necessarily say whether somebody deserved it or not. I just kind of think that when you have a movement and you are the figure, you are the face of the movement.
All right, so
then yeah, you're going to get hit hard.
So through my research, I found out that allegedly he's snitching on his whole squad. All right, we already know if you're down for a cause, then if you get caught up, nobody ain't make you do this. You can make your own decisions. Secondly, he denouncing everything that he's ever said that he was a part of. Oh, this was only for the image. This is only to sell records, and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So with him going that route, and now he's potentially telling on people that he was with. Mainly my disdain against is because he's young, ignorant, but he's been warned. Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club said a prayer for him. You know what I'm saying? And then Fat Joe spoke to him. So you got a lot of young, dumb people out here that's getting jewels dropped on them, and they ain't listening. Like, you hear me, but you're not listening to me. You don't understand what I'm saying to you. So now when you get caught up, and this is another reason why I got an issue with him, he's fronting on the culture. Like, yo, you got people that's idolizing you and wanting to be like you, and you putting on a front of a lifestyle that you don't actually live.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that's the case, or do you think that's the angle his lawyer's trying to take now that he's in serious trouble? Because I've seen a video of him online. Apparently, he's like talking like he putting money on somebody's head.
Now, that could be a nice twist. It could be. Is it something that's far-fetched? Nah, it's not. But that's why there's a couple things to that situation in that's kind of like because if that wasn't a lifestyle that you're trying to portray, and
here's the thing. I think the kid was young and he was misguided. He had like a group of friends that he thought were his friends.
Definitely misguided.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. And apparently reports came out that his manager was like robbing him out of money. So I guess the reason why he was denouncing his friends or his group is because he found out what was really happening behind the scenes.
The shots at the Barclay, everything that he's been through been happening for years. So in his position, him trying to back out at the last minute because now y'all about to get caught up. Nah, you reap what you sow. This is people you run with. This is set you through up. It is what it is. For you to even remotely be backing out of it, you should have listened to the people that spoke to you prior to this happening. So yes, you deserve what you are in right now.
Yeah, I seen that Fat Joe interview too. He warned him.
Definitely got fair warning.
Well,
y'all fans of...
Well, I had to say.
No, I'm not.
I had to say, when it comes to hip hop and the law, I mean, the first thing they're going to do in the court of law is use your lyrics against you.
Definitely.
So it's in the right mind to dispute your lyrics and say that it's a character, it's not your actuality. Without a doubt. We've seen Snoop Dogg do it when he had a murder case.
Murder was a case.
We've seen Tupac do it when he went through his rape case. We've seen a lot of rappers do the same thing, where they try to separate art from life. Without a doubt. Of course, you don't want to depict yourself, because the court is going to use your lyrics against you. They do that naturally. So he has to denounce all that, and he has to say that it is a act. It is a show. Without a doubt. He'd be a fool to not say that.
I think because of the position that, I'm sorry, I think the position that he's in, he didn't have to do that. Like if I'm a rapper and I rap about certain things, and they're trying to take me to court for whatever I'm about, that's when I'm rapping. That's what I see. That's the environment that I'm in. I don't have to denounce nothing if I ain't doing nothing. If I'm rapping, I'm just speaking my peace of mind. Then it is what it is. I don't have to denounce. I don't have to denounce anything.
All rappers denounce it. They've all done it. They all denounce it. You have to denounce it.
Because what angle?
Because it speaks on your character. So you have to denounce it. You have to say that this is just me speaking of music and of a life that's going on. This isn't actually my character. Because a lot of things what happens in court, it boils down to character representation.
They all denounce their actions. Like I said, I don't have to denounce my music because this is what it is. I'm not going to denounce.
No. Well, see, that's the thing. When you go to the court of law, they're trying to tie your music to your character.
Yeah, they are.
So that's what I'm trying to say is that because they try to tie your music to your character, you have to denounce that life so it's not a part of your character.
You have to.
Now, that's what you call legal life, and that's what you call legal standpoint. You have to. You can't say, yeah, rap about this, and yeah, rap about that.
Guilty.
Because this is what it's about. This is what I do. No, you can't do that.
You
can't do that. You gotta go out there and say, look, this is just me portraying this for the sake of the artistry.
Selling records.
You can't say like, yeah, this is what I do. You have to, because
I never said just say this is what you do. I rap what my environment, what I see in it. It's not what I do, but to be a real individual, to speak what you feel and know that everything that I rap on this microphone as an artist is 100% genuine and is coming from the environment that I'm in.
Now that's something I don't agree with.
Now wait, if I got caught up in a certain situation and I'm on the forefront for this, they wouldn't be able to, if I'm an artist, they wouldn't be able to judge me on my music. Me.
But they do. That's the facts. They judge you on your music because it comes with your character. Now, here's something I think about. When I think about entertainment as a whole, right? Actors, they're entertainers, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do. They entertain.
They entertain.
But when an actor plays a role, we don't necessarily say that actor lives that life.
Not at all.
So when we see a bad guy play a bad guy, that doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad guy in real life.
No, Robert De Niro's not a bad guy.
So any one of them. We've seen them all play bad guys. So if music is entertainment, then what's the difference? What I think there's a wrong thing with hip hop where it's like, yo, if I rap about something, that means that's what I am. I think we're kind of wrong with that because if you act about something, that doesn't mean what you are.
But it's
still all entertainment.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if me myself, I get caught up in a situation, and let's say I body somebody, and the music that I'm rapping about is, you know, the life and people getting bodied and this, that, not me like doing Snoop. It. Yeah, but not me bodying anybody. But if it's happening in real life, you can go back to my music. I never said I'm about to body this person.
They all say they're about to body somebody. I don't think there's one person that doesn't say that. They all say that in hip hop. That happened to Snoop when they said murder was the case. Snoop didn't say he's seen people getting killed. He said that he pulled triggers himself. So I mean, but it's you portraying a role. It's actor. It's still entertainment. So I think that's where hip hop kind of gets a hard take
because of the image of the people that's behind it, that's doing it.
No, it's about the fact that
that's true.
People don't.
That's true. What he's saying is true.
Because people don't want to recognize that it's just entertainment.
Yeah, but
the same way acting.
They can't because of the image of
where
the
they come from. The people that idolize these rappers, they come from a certain environment.
What do you mean?
Have to actually
live.
What do you mean? Everybody that's from their hood knows that they're not the true bangers.
Nah, not just.
Everybody knows Takashi's not the true banger in his crew.
Nah, I'm not.
They know Takashi's not the gunman. He's not the real hustler.
There's a lot of kids out there that don't know that.
And that's the entertainment for them.
Nah, they take that shit serious.
You don't understand.
As far as like,
we're not talking about the kids. We're talking
not like entertainment like us, like adults. Like I can watch a movie and be entertained. These kids is watching that. They've been entertained. They feeling like
that's real life.
That's real life.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Because it's that same factor, the legal system turns around and uses that same aspect against us. And that's why their defense attorneys have to separate themselves from the entertainment to reality.
That's the only angle they can
use. The same thing happened with T.I. T.I. was talking about trapping and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But guess when he goes to court, they're going to say, yo, this man's a family man. He has 5-6 kids. He does this, and that. He does that for the community. It's just entertainment. So there has to be a distinction between entertainment and actuality. And I think that's what's stifling hip-hop, is that people are not coming to the realization that the hip-hop artist isn't the hustler. The hip-hop artist isn't the gunman. they're playing the role of that. They're talking about that, whether it's pretense or past tense, whether it's present tense or past tense. They're playing a role. It's a role at the end of the day. It's not true actuality. They're all going home to their families the same like everybody else. They're just playing the role, whether they past tense live that life or some of them talk about it in present tense.
Yeah,
like
but they
actually
still
doing
gonna get scrutinized because of the image. So
and that's what I kind of they scrutinize.
In
So in the
every
court
way,
of the
though.
law, so what do you have things happen in the court of the law? It's about character and scrutinization.
yeah,
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only angle they can take, is saying that this is only for promotion.
Yeah, they have to. They have
That's
to.
it.
They have
Yep,
to.
I see it.
He has to denounce it. He can't come out and not deny. He can't come out and
Word.
stand
Now
by
you
that.
can't. They're gonna throw him under the bus.
Of course, you're
So
digging a hole.
then he's about that life then.
I'm not sure if he is or the people surrounding him are, but we know that they got evidence of.
Well, let's be
something
real.
been
What
done.
gangster admits I'm truly a gangster?
That's what I'm saying.
Most gangsters don't want to admit they're a gangster. Most gangsters actually try
behind the
to
scenes.
act like they're not a gangster.
Yeah.
Like true gangsters,
A true gangster.
a true, you know what I'm saying, somebody who's tied up, they don't want to promote that. They actually act the opposite of that. Like they are the clean 9-to-5 person. They don't live the life of that. Like, yeah, that's what I am and that's what I do. So you're not going to go in front of a judge and promote that and portray that. You'd be a fool to do that. You know what I'm saying? But like you mentioned, on another angle, the kids do get influenced by that.
Heavily.
Same thing happened with Bobby Shmurda. You know what I'm saying? He went down as the head of his movement. You don't think that wasn't happening with other rappers before them?
Max B too.
A lot of these other rappers from our generation, of course, they were probably a part of racketeering. They were probably a part of
They talk about it.
of funding drugs and funding different things. Of course they were. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
just the front man of the whole situation.
It's the front man, just like the president is the front man. It's no different. What is the president? The front man of the government.
Yeah.
Do you think he's really pulling the strings?
All right, so being that we're on the Kim K topic, right? What do y'all feel like? What do y'all feel about social media usage in general?
It depends on how it's used, to be honest. Well, how you feel about it?
Now, I feel the same way. It just depends on how it's used.
How about you, Drew?
Social media is the gift and the curse.
Definitely.
For every voice, right? But we're not talking about far extreme. Yes, there's far extreme, but anybody who's trying to hear far extreme is looking for far extreme. They're looking for that
It
particular
just
content.
depends on what you consider far extreme. Because any kid that, let's say he's having issues where he's being bullied in school, he goes online, types in being bullied. Let's say a hate group comes up.
That's not what's going to come up first. How's
Okay.
that? That means
I get it. No, I get it.
Just stop.
No.
That makes no sense. A hate group for what? A hate group for being bullied?
No.
What's going to come up when you Google being bullied is going to come up methods to not be bullied.
Yeah.
Help. It's not going to
Let's
hate
say
group.
let's say the kid is angry, right? And he don't want to hear nobody talking about how to handle bullies. He want to
So
see
So
matter, yo.
then, like what
It
you
don't
just
matter.
said, he's searching for a specific
Yeah.
fraction.
It's still there.
In a specific. It's always going to
You
be
can find
there.
it in reality or on the internet.
It's
If
still
somebody
there.
looks up porn, they want to see a man and woman having sex. If somebody looks up dog porn, they're looking for bestiality, a specific fraction. It's the same thing.
That shit shouldn't be there either, man.
There's a fraction
let's
for
be
everything.
honest.
So then let's be honest. If a person is looking for a specific fraction of a certain kind of extremity,
Nah, I'm
they're
not
going to
saying
find
it.
it.
I'm not saying a little kid is gonna go looking for a specific group of people. I'm saying that
You just said
a little
that,
kid's
man.
mind is impressionable.
But Jim,
so
you
he
just
might
said
feel
that.
like, you know what, I'm
But
mad
Jim, you
right
just
now.
said
Let
that.
me go online. I don't want to hear all this nice stuff to bullies. Let me click here. I mean, he's kind of looking
All
for
right,
it in a
so
way,
he's
but I'm
looking.
just saying
So then that's
the way,
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, he was pushed to look towards that way, and that happens. And those people have a platform because of social media.
What? Well, you think those people are going to be X'd out forever?
Not going to be.
No, I'm
That's
not saying they're
impossible.
going to be
Have a
X'd
voice.
out, but I'm just saying that we can lessen their voice by
How?
stopping the platform where you
How?
shouldn't have a voice on social media.
There's no way
you
to
shouldn't
do
voice
that.
your opinion. I know there's no way, but I'm just saying that's my opinion.
But this is
That's why to me that's why I have my thoughts towards social media.
that's an opinion that's not realistic.
Again, it's
Every
my
opinion is
opinion.
realistic. It's an
But that's
opinion.
not realistic at all. What do you mean? There's no way to filter and concentrate
That's why
that
I don't use
hard
it. I don't
into
use it.
people. Yo, that internet is too big for that. There's no way you could say, hey, let's filter out and let's block out people
I'm
who
not
are
saying
extreme. Let me finish what I'm saying. There's no way you can filter out and block out people who are in a extreme group against a particular aspect. So say people who are, as your example, bullying.
Yeah.
Extreme anti-bulliers that say if you're being bullied, let's be extreme and bring a gun and shoot your bully. No, there's no way to exclude those people. But what happens is that mostly there's other sources that's more prominent than that extreme source. I feel like if somebody dives into that extreme source, it's because they're in that mind state within themselves.
I agree.
And you can't control a person to not seek what's in their mind
Their
state.
mind state is in that already because they're being bullied, right? So they're already saying, "Yo, f this guy. This
All right,
guy
so what
bullies
about
me
the
every
person?
day. He tortures me."
So for the person who can't find it, you think they won't create it? Say you filter it out.
I'm
you think
saying
they won't
at
create it
that
within
point,
themselves?
at that
Wait.
point, I mean, they possibly will.
Where do you
Probably-
think
they probably
neo-Nazis
will.
came from?
No, they probably
Think
will,
about
but
it.
was
Where
a
do you
group.
think neo-Nazis came from? If a neo-Nazi has got to the degree where they feel that they are the most superior group and nobody else already has that group, you don't think they're going to create that group?
I mean, it's happened before. I mean, of course, neo-Nazis exist.
So it'll always be created. There's
But
no
should they have
way
a platform like social media to voice their opinion?
Of course, should they? No, but will they? Yes.
All right, not everybody should have a platform, man.
Well, we know everybody shouldn't have a platform,
But reality
it's going
of
to
it is,
exist.
it's going to exist.
It's
There's no
gonna
way to, there's no way to
exist,
control it.
Yeah, there's no way to control
instead
that.
Instead of looking at the negative so easily, because negative shit always overpowers everything. So if you can look
Easily.
into the positive of what it has to offer, a lot more positive can come out of it than negative, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. I feel like those who look for the negative will find it.
Yeah, you're going to find it, like I said, if you're going to find it on the internet, you're going to find it in real life. If you're looking for it, that's just the person that you are. That's the energy that you're bringing to yourself.
Oh, without a doubt. If whatever you seek, you shall find. It's
Yep.
that simple. If that's the angle you're looking for in life, and that's the angle you will get.
I'm just saying, I get it, but that's going whatever you find is going to fuel whatever you already have going on in your mind, rather than. I mean,
okay. So you mean to tell me that if you can't find it, so if you have a fuel of hatred, and you go and search as hard as you can, and the government so scientifically, just let me finish your thought, scientifically and so engineered it to the point where you have this fucking negative thought and you can't find nothing for it on the internet, then your thought just dies.
Does it not happen that way?
Doesn't
Wait, I'm
Because
saying,
if it-
so your thought just dies because there's no other
No.
people thinking
No,
it?
no, it
because
doesn't
everybody
die. I'm
that-
not saying
everybody that was
but I'm
thinking like
saying,
a Klans person-
Do you agree that it fuels other people that might be on the fence?
Yeah, but you can't.
borderline,
But,
to do
but
something
we
crazy?
already agree, but you can't do nothing about it. So it is what it is.
But I'm
The
just
thought
saying
doesn't
that
die.
The thought
the
never
thought- I'm
dies.
just saying. I'm saying for your example, the thought doesn't die. But I feel as if whatever you find on the internet is going to push you to do whatever it is you was already thinking.
But you, what I just said, you can
So
find
what
that
if
in
you
reality
can't wait?
or not.
So wait, let
right?
me
It
ask
doesn't
you.
matter.
Let me ask you. If you can't find it on the internet, then what do you think happens at that point?
Then that person should be liable for what he did.
So if
That's
you
that
can't
simple.
find it on the internet, do you think the
You
thought
can't.
dies?
You can't
The thought
blame
does-
it.
the thought
but
does
you
not
can't
die.
blame it
To
on.
answer your question, the thought does not die.
No, the thought doesn't
No,
die.
I'm
but
asking
you
Jim to
can't use
answer
that.
this.
No, the thought doesn't die. The thought doesn't
So
die.
then what do you think
But
happens from
I
that point
do-
forward?
No,
you
whatever,
find a
whatever
way
it is
to,
that he was gonna
to
do,
make
he's gonna
that
do.
thought become into fruition. If
And what's
that's
that
what I'm
called?
thinking
Innovation.
about. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
And that's
though,
how
because
clan evolved.
I'm talking
And
about
that's
the
how-
fact-
That's how things get
So you're going in
created.
a whole
neo-Nazis evolved. That's how every group evolved before
Well, not evolve. That's how every group gets created.
created.
And then from then it evolves.
Yeah.
Then from that it evolves.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if you have a certain thought
I'm
and
see,
you
you say, see, the thing is, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's going to exist already. I'm saying that hate groups or people that shouldn't have a voice, they post up hate messages that fuel people that might be on the
but
borderline.
as far as-
So you can't say you have to agree with that.
I agree,
This-
but as far as social
Alright.
media goes, that's not how. That's not what it's all
I'm not
about.
saying that what it's sort of all about, but I'm saying
even with
it's on
social
there.
media, I don't think it's people
And
who
I
are
also-
borderline that they truly influence. I think they influence the people who are already over the edge.
Not necessarily, because if
It's
you
definitely
influence a
people
kid,
who are already in
if
that
you
mind
influence
state.
a kid that might not
I
know
think
much,
it's people who's already. It's not kids. It's not kids that's doing the most damage in society. It's adults.
that
Like
too.
let's be
I'm
real.
saying
It's
kids
not
and
children,
adults.
bro.
I agree.
It's
Children
kids and
aren't
adults.
out here doing the most damage.
Okay,
it's
it's
really,
them kids
it's really,
that
it's
adults.
not kids. It's
I would say
adults.
90% is
It's them
adults.
kids that grew up on the internet that grow up to become adults.
Nah, I'm
and
not gonna
already
say it's
have
them
that-
kids.
No, it's
that grew
not.
up that did that.
How
I'm
old
not
was the
gonna say
biggest
that.
shooter? Did he grow up in the internet?
Possibly did. I don't know.
My man's like
The
60
biggest
something
shooter.
years
The
old.
biggest
The
shooter
one
was like
shooter?
50. The biggest shooter.
But okay, but we talking about one shooter. You talking about
One.
other shooters
All right.
weren't
So
influenced
do you
by
want me to give you
online?
another shooter?
What about the little kid that shot up Sandy Hook?
Do you think that he was internet influenced?
How do you know he's not?
So, for the most part, what do kids do?
What do they do?
Shoot up other kids in schools, right? That's what they mostly do, right? Kids shoot up kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adults shoot up who? Kids
Adults.
and adults.
Yeah.
They shoot up every damn body,
Yeah.
right? So we're talking about kids shooting up kids. So who has the most control over kids?
Adults.
Adults. So if you're doing as much as you can as a parent, you can try to control your kid. With this, so this to me is not about kids. This is about adults.
And parenting.
Because at this point,
Listen
at
to
this
me,
no,
man. I'm being
listen. At this
realistic.
point, When you're a grown ass adult, you have free range and will to search what you want. So if you're a kid that's going through that much danger, if you have good adults and parents in your life, they're gonna try and offset that.
What if
danger.
you don't?
Well, then that's that. Well, then that's the cause.
Then they're looking for it on the internet.
That's the causes of society. But what's going on worse is adults. It's not kids, bro. It's
But
adults.
I get it. But what about them kids that don't have the
The
adults?
kids are
both adults
to
are
me.
working,
The kids
mom
are the
and dad
less.
working.
To me, the kids are the
kids
less.
is coming home
You
early
thinking
on the
as
internet.
you thinking only as a parent. I'm thinking as a society that's more adults
as a
causing
whole.
damage on
But these
kids.
are the young kids that are growing up to become adults that are causing these same things to happen.
What do you mean? It's more grown ass adults that do more damage in society than kids.
Man, it's
Not the youngins that's really doing that much damage. It's grown ass men,
in general. It's humans.
40s and 50s. No, it's grown
it
people.
influences everybody, whether you're a kid or not.
Who shot Tamir Rice? Was it a
Police
kid or an
officer.
adult?
I'm
Who
not.
adult.
shot the boy in Jacksonville? Was it a kid or an adult?
An adult.
But
It's
what's this-
adults
see, but
because
you're
it's
using different-
adults that are doing damage.
That's
more.
gonna happen regardless. I'm saying that I'm
Kids are gonna happen regardless. But who's more controllable? Who's more
Children.
controllable? Children or
Children
adults? Children are more controllable. It's adults out here that have free range and a free will. Who shot up the Post nightclub? Was it a child or an adult?
but it
An
doesn't
adult.
matter though.
It was an adult. Adults are more
Because it's
free.
still gonna happen regardless. I'm talking about as far as social media influencing
And that's how you get it
and
done.
having the influence. I feel like everybody shouldn't have a voice. That's just my point. My opinion. Everybody shouldn't have a voice, man. This is my
Well, we
opinion.
know everybody shouldn't have a voice. We agree with that opinion, but it stops there. Like,
It
there's no way to stop
there.
that.
Nah, it doesn't stop there. But I feel as if not everyone. Not everyone.
All right,
should
look.
have a voice. Maybe the
Not
social
everybody
media
should have a
has
voice. Not everybody should have an opinion. But that's just the way the cookie gonna crumble.
That's the world.
People
we live
gonna
in.
have a voice. People gonna have an opinion. It's
Yeah.
not always the worst.
And guess
So-
what? They had that voice and opinion before social media.
Yeah,
man.
but they didn't have a
because
platform
guess what?
to speak on it. That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
No, they always
their
had a
opinion, but they
platform.
only had their,
You know
their
what they-
individual group around them.
I think-
now they have access to the
Honestly,
world.
honestly, I think the energy on focusing on that is too much other shit
So
to
wait,
go
wait,
on
wait.
to focus and channel
So
your
the
energy
clan.
on that
So
within
so wait,
itself.
so wait. Didn't the
talking
clan? Wait,
The
didn't the
fact of
clan?
looking at it like it's
No, I'm
some of the major
I get
issues.
it. There's
But
good,
wait.
no. Like I agreed with you. I said there's good ways to use it.
Has
But
the
I also
clan?
said that
Has
everybody
the
shouldn't have a platform.
has the Ku Klux Klan been bigger pre-social media or post-social media?
Pre-social media.
You never needed media to create a big following in a
So
platform.
you telling me that group did not get bigger with social media?
I don't think
no,
so.
without a
I
doubt.
disagree. I need to see statistics.
I don't need to see statistics
I need
on
to see
that.
statistics.
I don't need statistics.
Because they
you could just
reached
see
out to a
life.
wider audience.
You could just see life and what's going on.
I understand that, but
Are
they
you
reached
kidding
out
me?
to a wider audience with the platform that they had as social media. So
No.
I think if they got more
No,
followers now,
no,
They
whether
got
it's
people-
secret followers,
They
whether
had
it's
people
that don't
undercover,
necessarily
but
show
as far as
No.
as far as their
Come on,
movement,
man.
their movement was stronger back then.
The movement was
is not
stronger.
it was I don't
Their
know.
movement was
Their
way
movement was
stronger.
100% stronger
It was
without
stronger because
social
I feel
media.
Like the world changes though.
The
has
world did
changed.
change. That's why it's not
That's
as
what I'm
strong.
saying.
So
they
that so
had a- they were
so let's
stronger
be
back
real.
then.
So let's be real.
Now you
Me-
might have people that actually.
So you just said it yourself. Media isn't the main influence. It's social society as the true influence.
No.
So-
I'm saying that media has given them a bigger platform to actually gain more followers and people to actually feed into.
It
this
gives you the
stuff.
opportunity for it, but it doesn't mean it actually happens.
It does happen. It does happen.
I
Let's
don't
be
agree
real.
with that.
People in Alaska that don't have an opportunity to attend the meetings in Alabama, now they can actually log in.
And what
on
percentage
Skype
of
and,
those
hey, I
people?
agree.
very
What percentage of
minute.
those people?
That's very minute.
Very minute. Why?
It's
Because
more so than if there wasn't no social media around. Let's be honest.
No,
media
it's
gives you the
not,
platform
bro.
to reach out to that.
it gives you the
broader audience.
platform. That doesn't mean your platform is really that much bigger.
It is bigger, bro, because
It's not.
you have access to the world. at
All
this
right,
point.
but that's not the real reason. Like,
But I'm just saying. That's why I say that everybody should
but
have
for
a
you,
voice.
but for you not to have had it, and for
Oh, no, me,
and,
my
and,
per- myself, this is my personal
and
preference.
for people on a lower level, that's not the major issue that's going on in social media.
No,
That's
no,
not
it's
what's
not-
going
it's
on
not-
in social
it's
media.
not. But that's just my opinion towards it.
Can I give an example? I could put out a song right now. I got access to the whole world for put on YouTube. I have the biggest platform, but does that mean everybody's gonna like my shit?
No.
No, I might get 5 views. So
But
at
those
the end
are-
of the day,
but those are more views than you would have if you didn't put it on that.
what are you talking about? I
platform.
have 10 people in my neighborhood like my shit over 5
Okay,
people.
but now
on the
you have
internet.
5 more
are
people,
you talking
including
about?
those 10 people in your neighborhood.
Nah, that's a psychological look. Of
Nah,
things,
it's not
bro.
true. It's not true.
I
You
can
have
get
access
more
to the world.
that I meet to listen to my shit than people.
You
on
have
the internet.
access to the world, Drew.
You have
Come on.
access to the world, but it doesn't mean
You
the
have a
world
bigger
is
platform, my
receptive
G.
to your shit.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It's because you
It
have a
doesn't
bigger
matter.
platform.
It doesn't matter
people
because
seek-
you put it
people
on the
seek you out.
platform.
Yes, the platform
They
doesn't
seek
mean
you out.
everything,
They
bro.
seek you
No,
out.
It doesn't matter,
It
my G,
doesn't.
because you have a platform. If you didn't have a platform, you wouldn't have been able to reach that specific group of people. Now that you have a platform, hey,
you would have been able to reach
that
them.
people
You would have reached
and
them.
the people that you have around you.
You would have reached them. You'd have reached every person you
seek, you
out.
shall find.
Yeah, you'd have reached them.
You seek, you shall find. People
Yeah.
will find it regardless.
Yeah.
If they want
They
it,
would
they will
have to
find
take a
it.
trip to Alaska.
Whatever they had to do, they would have.
All right, so people don't
They
take trips on
energy
people don't
would've
take
brought
trips on
them there.
missionaries and all kind of stuff to find what they're looking for.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
People find it.
But now they don't have to do that because now you can do it from the
But they
comfort of
still
your
do
living
it.
room.
They
So now
still
you have
do
a
it.
bigger platform. So with one click, you just upload a video that reached the world.
But if the
saying.
world isn't checking for you, it doesn't matter.
But guess what? Not everybody is always checking for you, even in your own neighborhood. So those 10 people
Yeah,
that you
but
have in
you're-
your
you're-
neighborhood,
you're-
now you got 5 more online.
I got more opportunity to touch you and reach you here
Yeah.
than I have to do to touch you through.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
no
is.
way.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
All
it
these
is.
SoundCloud rappers, the way they got big is by posting a song online. That
But
was
it's
a
still
platform.
called grassroots.
That was
It's-
a platform.
But it's still called grassroots
Yeah.
at the end of the day. There's a
Yeah.
reason they call it
Build
grassroots.
foundation.
Yes, just because not
Building a
everybody
foundation.
follows that doesn't mean that others won't follow it. There's people that have a platform that have posted it that would have never heard their music that started following these people, whether it be a small amount or a big amount.
Hey, there's always another week. There's always another day. There's a lot of conversation that's coming on the way. So everybody stay tuned in and give us your feedback. Tell us what you think about the things we talked about. You know, we had a big conversation on social media. We're all a part of social media. So, you know, we like to hear what everybody feels and thinks about that. Also, you know, the whole concept about politically correctness. And we should talk about that too on another day. So just speak with us about it. You know, this is just our thoughts. You know, we're sharing it with the world. It's for everybody to get their feedback. Of course he's a dick. That's why his name is Young Bicho. Call him Young Bicho. AKA Young Ragu. But yeah,
That was funny.
Anyway,
Yo, holla back, man.
another episode. We out. Peace it out.
Yo.